Hi everybody, it's me, Jenny, and today is going to be a very, very interesting video. Now, I apologize, I don't have much for you to look at, and all you're going to hear is my voice. God help you. And yeah, so as you read from the title, this is my 10 pet peeves. I wasn't tagged, but my beautiful friend Rose, who is Beauty Boss Planner, and yes, she is the one that I won that amazing nail polish organizer from. She did a video and she tagged anyone and everyone who watched her video to do it. So I watched it. I know I'm a little late, and I may not have any subscribers after this one. And I am well aware of this, but you guys know me and know that I am a straight shooter and I will never be mean or rude. I'm just going to tell it how it is, or how, not how it is, but how it is for me and how I see it and my perception. Okay. So I was going to do, go backwards, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, but then I was afraid that you guys wouldn't watch it till the very end and hear my number 1 pet peeve. And that is, I'm going to just start with 1 and just go through 10, and whatever you listen to, you listen to. If I offend you, I am so sorry. That is not my intent. I am just being honest and telling you how I feel. Okay, that's all this is. And my feelings don't make it right or wrong. Don't make it whatever. It's just how I feel. And while I'm doing this, I wanted to show you some flowers I made or am making. And I'm using the clips that I got from my beautiful girl, Crafting with Isabel. I didn't get them from her. I'm lying. I sent her some. Oh my good Lord. From my beautiful girl, Deanna. Oh God, I'm so sorry. So anyway, let me just get into this. So my absolute number 1 biggest, most grandest pet peeve is Happy Mail and rack. A rack, it's R-A-K, and it stands for a random act of kindness. And Happy Mail, from how it's been explained to me, is basically the same thing. You're just randomly sending a friend or a crafter or a fellow crafter just a random act of kindness. Happy Mail. I learned when I started a few years back from YouTubers that have been doing this for years that, you know, you don't send a Happy Mail or a rack with the thought of getting something back. That is not what Happy Mail or a rack is. It's not. If you are expecting to get something back because you sent a Happy Mail, don't send it. And that's truly how I feel. And I cannot tell you how much this aggravates me when I hear other people say, oh, well, I sent her a Happy Mail and she didn't send me one back. But that's not the point of a Happy Mail. If you want, and there's nothing wrong with wanting something back. So please don't twist my words here, okay? Because what I am saying is, if you want something back and you expect something back, don't send it as a Happy Mail. Do not send it as a rack. You talk to that person and you do a swap. A swap is something that you talk to somebody about, you decide what you want to swap on, and you both get something in return. That is not a Happy Mail. That is not a rack. Now, I know that there are people out there that think, oh, well, because I'm guilty of it. I do the same thing, but I don't. Okay, so what I mean by this is, if somebody sends me a Happy Mail and I have the funds or I have the product or I have the time and I can reciprocate it, I will. But I never, not once, even when I first started doing this stuff, I never give a Happy Mail expecting something back. I just don't think it's right. That's not what it's about. So again, if you want something back, if you expect something back, and that whole word expect is a whole nother video as far as I'm concerned, because good Lord, do I have my opinions on that. But anyway, you know, the entitlement, the expect, well, I should have, oh God, don't even get me started. See, this is why I was so afraid to do this video and why I've waited so long. I really didn't even want to do it, but I said I would, so I am a person of my word and I'm putting it up. So again, if I am offending anybody, please do not take offense. This is just how I feel, and it doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. It just makes it how I feel and what I was taught. That's all. Okay, so again, My biggest, grandest, most huge pet peeve is the Happy Mail swap and rack. The definitions of it and what it all means. So for me, if I send you a Happy Mail, I do not expect something back. That is not why I sent it. I sent it to make you happy. If I title it a rack, R-A-K, it's because I wanted to send a random act of kindness to you. That does not mean I expect or wish or hope or any of that, or would be upset if I didn't receive something back. To me, and what I have learned, is that's not right. That's not the point of Happy Mail or a swap. Okay, so again, I could go on and on and on and on and on with that, but I won't. I'll just leave it at that because I think you guys get the point. My second biggest pet peeve is saying you're going to send something and you don't. Now, what I mean by that is if you're in a swap and, you know, you have open communication and you know that it's taking a while, because I'm going through that right now, and it's fine with me because we're talking, we're communicating, we know it's not a big deal. But if you call me or text me or send me a PM and say, oh my God, I got the greatest paper pad for you, and oh, I got this for you, and then you don't send it, that to me, I don't know, it hurts. Like, I don't know how else to say. I know it sounds so childish, but like, you look forward to it and you know in the back of your head, oh my God, she got this for me. I'm so excited. She's going to send it. But then she doesn't, for whatever reason. Maybe she saw that I had one, or maybe she waited a little while and I had already got one. I understand that. That's fine. Actually, a situation just like that happened and it was totally fine and it wasn't a big deal. A beautiful subscriber / friend of mine, Susan, bought me the teddy bear. Was it the teddy bear die? Yeah, the teddy bear die. And my wonderful, gorgeous friend, Jessica, got me the same die. But she said to me, she's like, oh man, I guess I'll put it in a giveaway. And that was fine. It was that's not what I'm talking about. So don't misunderstand what I'm saying, because I have a hard time verbalizing things. I don't know why, but I do. But my point is when you say you're going to send something and then I just never hear from you again, I never get it. I can't tell you how many times people have sent me an email or a PM or a text or whatever, and have said, oh, I'm going to send you this big thing or little thing or tiny thing, whatever. And then I never hear from them again. That hurts because you expect it and you get excited, and then it doesn't happen. Now, listen, I will be very honest. I am hugely at fault since August when my mom had gotten sick and had the stroke. I am still so far behind. But I leave the communication open. And if I owe you something, I'm going to keep telling you, listen, I'm working on it. It's coming. Please bear with me. Like, I never leave anybody hanging. And I guess maybe that's the better way to describe it. Like, if you can't do it, then just, you know, type it on an email real quick or a text or however you said it in the first place and just say, hey, listen, life happened. I can't do it. I'm so sorry. Okay, no big deal. Or you don't have to say I'm so sorry. Just say, listen, I can't do it, period. Okay, that's fine. At least I know. And I'm not sitting here 5 months later wondering, wow, I wonder why she never sent it. Like, and me being the person I am, I would never, because I'm also a believer, and I know this is going to sound so crazy and all over the place, but I am also a person who doesn't believe in, contacting someone and saying, hey, you said you were going to send this. How come you didn't? Like, to me, that's rude and disrespectful, and I would never do it unless it was a swap or something we had agreed on. And, you know, I'm sitting here like, you know, what's going on? So, yeah. So, number 2, I would say, is saying you're going to send something and you don't. You just, whatever. My third one is, and I guess these all kind of go in, like, they go side by side with each other, because then the third one is communication. Basically just what I explained. Like, if you can't do it, just say it. Or if you can do it, but it's just taking you such a long time, believe me, with this girl's life, I get it. Like, things happen and life happens, and you can look at it a couple ways. Like, it's just crafting, it can wait, and that's absolutely fine. But to some people, crafting is their whole life, and, you know, sitting and waiting for the mailman to come and then nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? So just communication. Leave the lines of communication open. I think it is so, so, so important. Or just say, you know, close it with, listen, I can't do it, you're beat. You know, like, whatever it is, at least the other person on the other end knows what's going on and knows not to expect anything. Does that make sense? Okay, so moving right along. Okay, number 5. This is huge because this just happened in my Facebook group. I mean, it happens all the time, but okay, so if you join a swap, all right, and the swap has an open date and a close date, and you don't stick by that, you are a flaker. And let me tell you, again, this is just how I learned it and what has been told to me. So it's due tomorrow, okay? So tomorrow comes, I haven't heard anything, your partner hasn't heard anything, nobody knows what's going on, you haven't sent your part. Well, I'm sorry, as far as we're all concerned, you flaked on the swap. To get a comment back saying, well, you know I'm always late. No, I'm sorry. That is not acceptable. You joined a swap. This is where I get heated. You joined a swap. You signed up to have it done on that date or in by that date, even with like a YouTube challenge, a challenge giveaway or just a challenge or whatever. It's the same thing. It's no different on Facebook than it is on YouTube. If you join it, you say you're going to do it, then stick to your word and do it. Don't give me the excuse, or anybody the excuse, well, you know I'm late. Well, then no, BS, then you shouldn't have signed up for it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that just irritates me to no end. Well, I would never purposely hurt anybody. No, you wouldn't, and you might have a heart of gold, and your intentions are good. But when you sign a contract, and I know this is going a little too far, but it's no different. Like, you're signing up to do something that has specified dates and due dates. It's no different. Like, and if you know you can't do it, do not join. Oh, I wish you could see my face because my veins are popping out of it right now. Like, I can't tell you how bad that pisses me off, because it's just like, okay, it's kind of like somebody saying, listen, if you're in the hospital, you have God forbid, a death in your family, those are acceptable reasons. But oh, I just got lost in time and I had to do my laundry, or I couldn't get to the post office. Well, everybody else made it. Why couldn't you? And if you know you're like that, don't sign up for a swap. You know what I'm saying? Again, I know I'm probably pissing off so many people and I'm probably going to get hate mail for the rest of my life. But again, this is just how I feel. I would never do it to somebody. And if God forbid something happened in my life, you better bet I'm contacting my partner. I'm contacting the person who is running the swap. I am apologizing up and down, saying how sorry I am. I might not be able to get it in on time, but I promise I will get it in as soon as I can. There's that communication. And if my punishment is that I can't join a swap again for another like 3 times or something, well, then that's something that I have to take on because it was my fault. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not saying, you know, I'm not trying to be a stickler and be like Hitler and but again, dates are made for a reason. And if you know you're the type of person who's always late or who always flakes or whatever, just don't join. Why give yourself a bad name? Like, this just blows my mind. You guys don't even know. So let me just move on. And again, I apologize if you think I'm talking about you. I'm not. I'm just saying in general, it's just I mean, talk about pet peeves. I'm just giving you my pet peeves. And I also tag all of you to make one because honestly, I would love to hear them. I really would, because I think these things you can learn from. You know what I mean? Like, if you know it upsets somebody or maybe it's not the right way to do it, then you can learn and realize, oh, well, maybe I've been doing it the wrong way and I can do it at least that's the way I approach things. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. The other one is, guys, chewing food with your mouth open or while you're doing a video. I am sorry, but I mean, that I have to tell you, that was kind of neck and neck with number 1 because it drives me nuts. Now, I have always been a person, if you're chewing with your mouth open or if you're talking with food in your mouth, I literally have to walk away because it really not upsets me where like I get mad or get angry. Like it makes me sick. Like I'm so sorry, but it does. I was always taught, I mean, my parents, oh my God, if we chewed with our mouth open at the table or God forbid tried to say something with food in our mouths, let me just tell you guys, I am 46 years old. The belt was used. That's all I got. Or something came flying across the table and you were excused. Like you just, you know, all I can say is a very strict Italian Catholic home. That's all I can say. Oh my good God. But so growing up like that, and then so being conditioned to do that, and when other people do it, it's just, you know, burned in your skull that it's not proper, it's not right, it's not respectful. So when other people do, guys, I like my stomach turns, like, and there's a lot of videos I can't watch because of the you know, the snapping of the gum and the and listen, I'm a gum chewer. I love gum. But not even the snapping or blowing bubbles. It's more of the and then over here, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how else to say it. I'm so sorry. That was such a poor whatever. But anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Or the worst thing is not even just hearing it, but then when you have somebody doing a video and they're eating on the video and you got to see the food flying out of their mouth and they're talking with the food. I just really, guys, it's just something I can't handle. And it's nothing against anybody. It's just, I physically, like my stomach can't handle it. I don't know. I know. I'm probably going to lose all of you and I'm so sorry. I love you all. It's not directed to anyone in like, or how do you say it? Specifically, it's just, I don't know, it's just a pet peeve. So anyway, let's see. So chewing and talking, I wrote them all down so I didn't forget them. Oh, okay. So number 7, this is a big one too. They're all big. When somebody comes on my channel and says, hey, I sub to you, come sub back. Let's stay connected. Like they're saying to me, and that's just, that was a very polite way of putting it because I don't always, I got that one time. But a lot of times I get, hey, I sub to you, you should sub to me, or you better come sub to me. Like, who are you? I don't even know if I'm, listen, guys, you know me, and I don't tell you to go sub to somebody just to go sub. Like, I mean, I would love to, but who am I to tell you? Like, you might not be interested. Like, I get a lot of people, and that's the other thing. I can't stand to see food in pictures or in videos. It's, again, it's just something that I can't handle. So like if a food channel comes over to me and says, hey, I love your channel, I am so honored that you love my channel and you want to watch it, but I don't want you to watch it and sub to me just because you want me to watch you and sub to you, because I physically cannot. Like at that point, no, all games and bets are off, because there's no way I can sub to you and watch your channel. Now, if you just want the sub to have the one sub, okay, fine, I'll come over and sub, but please know that I could never watch your channel, any of your videos. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, or the threatening, you know, like, hey, you better sub to me because I sub to you. Well, then don't sub to me. That's not why I want you to watch my channel. That's not why I want you to be a part of the YouTube family. I want you here because you like what you see, or you like what you hear and see, and you want to come back and see more, not because you want me to come sub to your channel. That's a big pet peeve of mine. And when I see those comments, for the most part, I delete them. And I'm done. Like, that's it. I'm just done. And now if I find them on my own and I like them, that's one thing. Now, and I will say there are a lot of times when I can remember, if somebody new comes to my channel, I'll automatically click their picture to see if they do videos. And if they're crafting and it's something that I'm into and I like, then I'll sub to them. And I'm not saying that I don't want to sub to anybody. Of course I do. And you guys know me. I put everybody's name out there that I can, because I think it's important that we all respect each other and follow each other and lift each other up. I really do. I am all about that, but I'm not about being threatened. And I'm when I say threatened, I don't mean like my life or anything, because believe me, I've had those too. But you know, those comments like, you better sub to me because I sub to you, and no like LOL at the end. And even if there was an LOL at the end, it's still not funny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just a pet peeve. If you enjoy my videos, I want you to subscribe. I don't want you to subscribe because you want me to subscribe to your channel. I just think that that's wrong, but that's just my opinion. Okay. Okay. So I said the thing about the food. Okay. Keeping it real. Don't say you like something Okay, so this goes more for people who are doing reviews, okay? And I'll use myself as an example, because you all know I love polka doodles, and before I was asked to be on the design team, I adored polka doodles. Like, oh my God, I still adore polka doodles. I would never come on and do a video of something from polka doodles that I don't like. I just think it's wrong. It's false advertisement. I'm always going to be real. I am always going to be honest. At least I hope I stay always real and always honest. I've always been. I don't know why that would change, but I'm just saying. But you see some videos where people say how much they love a product, but then you never see them use it again, or you never hear about it again. And I know that there's always so much new stuff out there and it's constantly changing. And I get that. So don't pick me apart for that. But I'm just saying, like, or if you think you like a product, right? Because this has happened to me. And I actually have to do a video about this, but this has happened to me before, where I have gotten something and I thought I loved it. And then after I used it for a little bit, I hated it and I will never use it again. And it's actually a makeup. That's really why it's not on the channel, my channel. But if I were a beauty blogger, I would come back on and say, listen guys, look, I know I was on here a couple months ago saying I love this, but after I used it, you know, this happened, that happened, and I don't like it, and I don't recommend it. Like, and that could be for anything, beauty, nails, crafts, you name it, anything. So that just bothers me when people lie, basically, or if they don't lie, they're mistaken and they realize that, oh, I thought I liked it, but I don't. But you never see them come back on and say, oh yeah, I didn't like that product. So, you know, unless they get caught or something. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's a huge pet peeve of mine. And then, okay. So these two kind of go together. So I'm just going to say this is the last two, okay? Which is stolen designs, whether they be dies or stamps, and judging. If you don't know, and what I mean by judging is judging a channel or judging someone by their channel. You have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. Like, you really don't. I would hope to think that people who are one way on camera are really just one way in life. They're not putting on a show. At least for me, like, what you see is what you get. I am who I am. I can't change it. There are days when I am more stupid than others. There are days when I am more quirkier than others and goofier than others. And there are days when I'm just here all about what I'm doing, or, you know what I'm saying? I just give you who I am, and that's that. And I know that there are a ton of people out there like that, but I also know a lot of people question and a lot of people judge. And I understand why they do, because people get burned and hurt. And believe me, I've been on that end too. I can't tell you the times I've been burnt. I can't tell you the times I've been hurt from YouTubers, from Facebookers, from just people out there. A lot of people are about hate and not love and not supporting. So the judging thing, I can't stand. Listen, you know what? If you're used to seeing somebody one way, right, and they come on and they do a video and they don't seem as upbeat, or they don't seem like themselves, and it's just for a video or two, don't call them out on that. You don't know what's going on. Maybe it's taking everything in them to do that video, but they're doing it for you. So who are you to say, oh, you're not yourself and you've probably been fake this whole time? Now, that hasn't happened to me. I know somebody it has happened to, and it's heart-wrenching. Like, you know, they're just doing it for you, to make content for you. We don't do this for ourselves. Like, it's not like we're making money and we're, you know, doing all this stuff. No, we like to do it for you, for your reaction, to see, you know, to make you happy, to brighten your day. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, that judging thing, and the bullying. Ugh, the bullying is number one. Nobody should be bullied. I've always been taught, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. You just don't. That's the way I was brought up. I think everybody should think that way. Of course they don't, but I mean, why does it take putting somebody else down or making them feel horrible to make yourself feel better? I will say to you, you need help then. And that's all I'm going to say. Now, last and you know, not least, but last, stealing designs. Stealing designs for dies, stealing designs for stamps. Now, I'm going to be as honest as I possibly can, and it's probably going to sound awful, but it's the truth. So, I don't have a lot of money. Not that it's anybody's business, but I don't. So when AliExpress came along it was like the golden gates of heaven opened up, and oh my God, I can actually craft like everybody else because I can go and buy the dies and the stamps that everybody has, and I can be a part of that now, because that was huge for me. I loved making cards. I had a die machine before I even had dies. So, you know, that was like massive for me. And as long as I could shop at AliExpress before I had all the issues, it was wonderful. It wasn't until I started talking to Nikki until I truly, truly understood what the significance was of AliExpress and them stealing designers' dies. Like, they don't have to be big stores, but they are. Prima gets ripped off. Simon Says gets ripped off. All of them. Polka Doodles has been ripped off. The Winnie Girls are everywhere on AliExpress. And what people don't understand too, out of a moral obligation, and because she is truly my friend, I cannot deal with any of those dies that are fake and that have been ripped off. One, because I adore Nikki and I think it's wrong, and two, because I work, well, you know, I'm on the design team for her and it wouldn't be right. But I have to tell you, even if I wasn't on the design team, I still wouldn't do it. Now, I will say, again, going back to what I was trying to say, I didn't understand it until I knew somebody, like really knew somebody it happened to, and she explained it to me. I will never forget the email that Nikki sent me saying how absolutely devastated she was that she found out that her dies, her Winnie dies, were stolen and being sold on AliExpress. Because, and it's a huge price difference, but again, it's not the same quality. Well, you know, you guys know all this. I don't have to tell you any of that. But when she said it to me, it just pulled at my heartstrings something fierce. And that is when I stopped buying anything from AliExpress. And then I met Nicole, which Nicole changed my whole life, because now that I know she's a designer and she makes her own dies, I only buy her dies. That's why those are the only dies shown on my channel, because I will not, what's the word I'm looking for? I will not indulge in the stealing and the whatever. I don't care if I can get it for, you know, $50,000 less, you know, I will not do it. And because I can't, I just think it's wrong. But that's me. And believe me, guys, I understand, because I am there with most of you. You can't afford it, and that's why you do it. I don't judge any of you for doing it. I'm just saying, for me, because it happened to somebody that I am close to, and I really could understand how she was feeling, it broke my heart, and I can't do it. And like I said, I also found Nicole, which was a huge thing, and because honestly, I mean, I would still feel the same way, and I would still do the same thing, but it's just a little easier for me, because I know with Nicole's designs, they are all her designs. Do you understand what I'm saying? And obviously Polka Doodles, they're all Nikki's designs. So I'm just trying to stay with the people that I can afford, and the people who I know are honest and haven't stolen anything. So those are my pet peeves. Again, if I have insulted anybody, if I have upset anybody, I am truly, truly sorry. It is not directed at any one individual person, or really anyone I know of my subbies or anything. It's not any of you guys. I'm just saying, in general, those are my pet peeves, and they really are, like, I could go on tangents for hours, and I can get lit and heated, and blood veins popping out of my neck, and, you know, but I just, again, those are my pet peeves. I tag anyone who is watching this video to do it. I think it's a wonderful idea. I think it's a great idea, because I think we can all learn. I learned from Rose when Rose did her pet peeves. I thought, wow, like some of the things she said really made sense. And I'm like, damn, okay, I could change that. Or, oh, I never looked at it that way. I could do that. I'm not saying that anything I've said that you guys will learn or do something. I'm just, again, saying how I feel and what bothers me. I would also like to do a video of the things that I love and make me happy. I just haven't been tagged on one. So maybe I'll do my own version of that soon, because I hate putting negative out there without putting a positive out there. So that's what I will do. Not my next video, but I will work on that video, and I promise you I will put 10 positives up there as well, because, you know, who the hell wants just negative things? And you guys know I'm not about that. I'm about happy, cheerful, you know, do what brightens your day and all that stuff. So if I have offended anyone, I am truly sorry. You guys know I love you to death. I just needed to be honest. I needed to be real. I couldn't fake it. I wouldn't fake it. And because I promised I would do the video, here we go. So I hope I don't lose any of you. And again, I hope you know this is not directed at anyone. It's just in general. I love you guys. I thank you so much if you stayed till the end and really listened to what I said. I love and appreciate all of you, and I hope to see you at my next video. Bye guys, I love you.